What's up, guys? It's your boy King Turbs coming at you live from the spot, and today we're gonna do a little tour of the shop that I work at, Menagerie Pet Shop. Woo! Now come inside, let's go. Get in here! Oh, I didn't see you there. Hi, I'm King Turbs, and today I'm going to give you a little tour of Menagerie Pet Shop, the best pet shop on earth.
Fingers down my spine, girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine, girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine, girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your
Welcome to my domain, the Reptile Department. Arguably the best department in the store. Not really arguably. But anyway, here we go. So right over here we got...
Rebecca.
Oh, sorry, he's good. This is my bodyguard over here, Johnny. You know? Stay away from him, or else.
Go ahead, explain them.
I'm gonna splain you up on these guys right here. We got some emerald tree skinks. They're from Indonesia. And they're kind of skittish, but they're cute. Very good display animals. We have them in this large vivarium. It's bioactive, meaning that there's little bugs in here that eat their crap. Keep it very clean for me, it makes it easier for me. The animals love it, and it also looks very nice. Right over here, we got a Cape file snake. Now these guys come from South Africa, and they're very interesting snake. This is one of my favorite snakes in the store currently, actually. Now if you look closely, they have keeled scales, and these scales have essentially a little piece of bone in the middle of them, and that gives them just a little bit of an extra protection. And these guys are actually also mainly snake eaters. Over here we got my two little babies, Dorito and Cheddar, and they're two normal corn snakes. I leave them here because it's a great way for people who haven't ever held a snake before to kind of get a feel for it. These guys will never bite. They have definitely helped convince hundreds of people at this point that snakes are not slimy, evil killers. And I love them.
Almost like leather.
So here's a perfect example of someone who's gonna touch their snake for the first time. Hey, how you doing?
Good. Doesn't it feel
What do you think?
It feels sticky.
Yeah, it's a little bit moist inner cage, but snakes don't actually secrete any oils or anything. They are dry, yeah.
It's so soft.
Right.
And there you go, see? First time snake holding. She's not even scared at all.
Yeah.
And it's all thanks to Cheddar, my little baby right here.
What's her name?
Cheddar.
Like cheddar?
No, like Cheddar. Say, I love snakes now.
I love snakes now.
Good job. Over here we have a nice, large, planted tank. And in here, this is our communal tank. So we got lots of stuff like long-tailed grass lizards. These guys are super cool, super easy to take care of. And they live in here with the anoles, green tree frogs. We got house geckos in here. We got brown anoles.
There's another key over there.
This is my favorite anole right here. And this is Nubs. And he's a badass. He is missing a front hand, but he's the king of the tank as far as the anoles go. And he gets all the girls and he kicks all the guys' asses. So he's my favorite. Okay, so over here we have my boy, Leroy Jenkins. And we call him that because he doesn't really do it much anymore, but he used to just straight up run straight against the thing, hit it and fall down when someone walks up to him. He was abandoned here at the shop about 5 years ago. I pretty much raised him. He's a good boy. He's a handsome boy. We don't sell iguanas here, and we leave him here as an example of why you don't get an iguana. They get huge, they need a huge cage, they take a lot of work, they're not nice animals naturally, you have to work with them a lot.
You preach for us and then tell us what it is you mean.
So he's kind of just a shining example of Don't get an iguana unless you have a lot of space. Now, that being said, I do love him. He's a very sweet boy sometimes. And he's a pure vegetarian lizard, which is cool. If you look at the top of his head, and this is not only iguanas, lots of reptiles have this, and this is called the parietal eye, or the third eye. And this is actually a photosensory organ as well. It can't see, but it can detect shadows, and it's placed on the top of his head because birds are one of their main predators actually. And in the wild, if a bird is flying above his head, he knows he can jump in that water if he wants to, or he can just scurry into the branches, but have a little pre-warning system essentially to warn him of potential predators. Look at those chubby cheeks. Here's one of our most beautiful snakes in the shop currently, and this is a Apricot pueblan milk snake. As you can see, they're a little bit squirmy, and they do tend to go to the bathroom on you a lot if they're not tamed, but they can be tamed down totally, and also they do a really trippy thing when you kind of... Ooh. Here we have a Chinese cave gecko. I call it the goth cousin of the leopard gecko. And I'm sure you can see why. They're very dark with red eyes, kind of cryptic looking and evil looking. Right over here we have the famous red-eye tree frog from Costa Rica. Now these guys, the colors are actually one of their defenses. So during the day, these guys will sit under green leaves and they'll close their eyes, tuck their hands into their body, and tuck their arms into their body over this blue area, tuck their orange feet in, and they essentially look just stark green. Now if something comes and startles them while they're on the leaf and is trying to eat them or something, they'll open their eyes and show their blue flanks, and that in the rainforest, colorful usually means venomous or poisonous. So it gives them that split second of shock to the predator for them to actually be able to jump away. So the color is actually a natural defense for them. Right over here is a albino pineapple Pac-Man frog. These guys are called Pac-Man frogs because they pretty much eat anything that will fit into their face. They have a very large mouth. They're almost just like a head with legs, if you look at them. These guys are from South America. They're very, very easy frog to take care of, and they don't take a lot of space, and they're one of the only ambush predator frogs. So this is my little baby, Pinky. He is a Goffin cockatoo, and he was abandoned here at the shop 10-ish years ago. I believe his owner went to jail or something while he was boarding here. Anyway, he's my boy. Pinky, Pinky, stick him up! That's okay. Can you grab me?
Wow.
Flying around. Is that fun? Is that fun? Give me some fans. I'm hot. Give me some fans. Used to be able to do one where I hold him like a football and throw him. But I would throw him at someone and he'd bite them.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, you're a good boy. Yes, you are. It's really dusty. Right over here we have a veiled chameleon. Now these guys are pretty much the easiest, most beginner kind of chameleon you can get. Now as you can see, lots of beautiful colors on this guy. She's girl actually. She's not super fired up. She is actually a genetic mutation called translucent. So if you can see, random parts are lacking pigment, or I believe are just really have a lot of melanin in them, making it black. So it just kind of randomly appears on the body. One interesting fact about chameleons is they do not actually change color to camouflage. They actually change color depending on their mood, temperature, or for communication. So if a male sees a male chameleon, he wants to fight, he's gonna go bright colors. If it sees a girl, you know, they're using it mainly for communication. Okay, so now we're gonna check out a really cool, beautiful, but really ornery kind of gecko. And this is a tokay gecko. So if you wanna come in here and check out, he's probably gonna bark at me when I try to get him. Hey, or bite me. Oh, and I got some barks. Okay, relax. You're okay. Hi. Okay. And these guys are very strong. They're known as the bulldogs of the gecko world, as you can probably see why. Now, very, very beautiful gecko. As you can see, very bright blues, and a big black, scary mouth to scare off predators. And they're called the bulldog of geckos because they'll kind of latch onto you and not let go. They also have a very strong bite. They got very muscly heads there. And they also got an attitude to match.
You don't get these sitting around petting kitty cats.
Alright, so this here is my girl, Winona Ryther. She is one of the snakes I've had for the longest. And I leave her here at the shop, so if you guys come down to the shop, you can always come visit her. She is a BCI, boa constrictor and puritor, and she is a full-grown female. She's also hypomelanistic, which gives her the lighter, kind of reddish colors. Hypomelanism is a genetic mutation that reduces black pigment. So normal red-tailed boas or BCIs that you see will typically be a lot blacker, but she has a reduction in that black, which allows the reds to kind of come out. Now, she's about 13 or 14 years old now. I've had her for a good 10-ish years, and she was a rescue. When I got her, she was almost dead, and she actually taught me so much about how to take care of snakes and how to fix sick snakes, essentially. So she's definitely got a big place in my heart, and she's a total sweetheart. So we don't only carry reptiles here in Menagerie Pet Shop, we also have a small animal section. Right over here we have Cameron holding one of our cute little guinea pigs. We got lots of hamsters and other stuff sometimes. We also have a very large freshwater fish section with tons of beautiful tropical fish. Here we have Tanya holding one of our beautiful betta fish right over here. We have all the birds your heart could ever desire. We also have a very large dog and cat section. There's no actual cats and dogs, but we got tons of treats, toys, leashes, and large raw food section and dry food as well for all of your dog and cat needs. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like, smash that subscribe, and if you want to see more content, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see when I release a new video. Say bye, Leroy. Bye!